Coffee and Cream is a steaming pile of garbage. I put this on not knowing much about it other than the basic concept and that it was apparently bad. I figured since it just came out last Friday I'd make a review that strikes while the iron is hot. That's almost 90 minutes I'll never get back. It truly does deserve the title of Netflix original movie. It stars Ed Helms as a disgraced Detroit cop with the last name Coffee who is dating Taraji P. Henson, who was somehow dragged into this movie playing a single mother of a young boy named Kareem. But Kareem isn't okay with Coffee dating his mom, so he makes the totally realistic and not at all irrational decision to find actual gangsters and hire them to beat him up and scare him away from the relationship. I mean, you know kids these days, always putting out hits. Anyway, his attempts to do this lead to him witnessing a murder, Coffee being framed for it, and the two of them having to go on the run from both the cops and gang members. And a bunch of shenanigans happen. And Kareem learns to accept Coffee in his life. Kinda like a kid's film, except with a hard R rating. First, let's get to the positives. Some parts of it were funny, like when they're not trying to be edgy and R-rated, that's when they're at their funniest. But too many of the jokes come from people, especially Kareem, saying dirty things, and not particularly funny dirty things. It's basically just supposed to be funny because a kid is saying them, but it really just helps to make the kid really annoying and dislikable. The character already seems like kind of an obnoxious loudmouth, and the fact that every second word he says is the F word or a half-assed joke about oral sex or child molestation doesn't help his case. But of course the kid's name is in the title, so you're basically stuck with him for most of this movie that's about as obnoxious and crass as he is. Alright, I'm probably sounding like I'm going a little too hard on a child actor. I actually don't think it's him who's the problem, more the way that he's written. The actor actually sells his character better than most child actors probably could, which I guess is part of the problem. But I'm sure if he was to do a similar character written in a less juvenile way, he'd probably be really good. But anyway, the rest of the movie is also a dumb, crass, and unfunny mess. I actually thought it may show some promise from the beginning with certain parts. When Coffee meets up with Kareem and Kareem is giving him an all cops are pigs attitude, I thought that it would lead to some social commentary from the clash between the cop and the black wannabe gangster kid. Sadly, I was also expecting Kareem's wannabe gangster facade to fade now that he's in over his head with actual gangs. It would have been interesting or even potentially funny to see that he's really just a scared little kid. That also never happens. For all these missed opportunities, the only thing this movie has is, haha, that kid said a bad word. This is a dumb movie where obnoxious characters say unfunny things. There are better things to do with your time in quarantine than watch this crap.